I think that'll work. Okay, so what's up, everybody? It's your boy Forrest Coopington. In my head, I swear I think about so many things when it comes to fighting games, and I have my opinions on a lot of things. And one of my opinions about the fighting game community is that I feel like nowadays there are so many people out there that consider themselves competitors. And I mean, I guess technically that's true. They are. They may go out there and they compete in tournaments. They may compete in locals. They compete in some capacity, and I can understand why they call themselves competitors, and that's cool. But I really think people take this competitor title and it blows their heads up for some reason. Some reason that I can't explain why. It feels like everyone is so smart. Everyone feels in their head that they have the right answer to everything because they've grinded out games online and they become like a high rank in the game. And they feel like just because they reach that pinnacle in the game as far as on rank, like they are a competitor now. And they fought people online that are actual professional like fighting game players, and they may have gotten a round or a match on them, and they feel entitled for some reason. I feel like people just think that they can say whatever they want to, and because they may have gotten themselves into a position where they are high ranking, or they might be respected at their locals. Like, you being a competitor means nothing to me. All right. Like, I play the game to have fun. I want to be able to turn on a fighting game, go online, crank out a few games, and chill, like not make a big deal out of it. But it's like anytime that someone has an opportunity to point out to someone else what they're doing wrong, or be able to hold their status over someone's head and like, hey, yeah, I'm a 1800 MR, whatever rank, like this character, and they can be so critical just because of their rank or because of their quote unquote background in the competitive scene. And it's like, I feel like over time they become assholes, and they don't realize it. They don't see the fact that they've gotten so big-headed because of their rank and because of whatever, high placing, tournaments they've or whatever tournament that they placed high in. They feel like they can say whatever they want because, my credentials show that, I got top 32 at Evo, or like I got top 16 at like freaking Texas Showdown. Like, I don't care about what placings you got at any tournament, dog. Just because you did good, and that's great. I'm happy for you. I just need people in the fighting game community to really check themselves sometimes. There are only actually a handful of competitors out there in the scene. Like, if you're not a Punk, if you're not a Knuckle Dude, if you're not a Daigo, a Takedo, a Kakaru, if you're not like a Mena RD, if you're not a Knee, people of that caliber, if you're not a Leffen, if you're not a Tiger Pop, if you're not a Rookie or a Nitro, you're not a competitor. You're not a competitor to me. Like, I feel like just because you can go on your X or on your Facebook page or on your Instagram page and put competitor on your title does not make you a competitor. It just means that you have found success in a game, you're competitive in it, but I don't see you as a competitor. I don't try to be a competitor. All right? I don't want to be a competitor. I'm trash. I suck. I don't see myself ever being good. I'm past my prime. All right. And look, I don't mind if people actually want to be competitors in the scene. That's great. But just don't be assholes, I guess. Don't be assholes if you want to be in the competitive scene in fighting games. Like, just be chill, man. I think what's crazy is, let me get real. I think, honestly, that a lot of the people that try to hang their hat so much on being competitive in the scene is because they probably have nothing good going in their life. And they've dedicated so much time to fighting games. That's all they have, okay? And they want to showcase that they are good at something. They may be trash at cooking, trash at conversating to people in person. They may be trash at interacting with opposite sex. They may be trash at anything and everything else in life. But when it comes to fighting games, they're really good. And they can do really good at tournaments. And they can hang their hats on that. And they want to show the world that they are really good. And that's great. Fighting games are a competitive genre of gaming. You should be competitive. I'm competitive. Even in my casual ways of playing fighting games, like, I'm competitive. Like, I do bad and I want to get better so I can face that same person or situation again and overcome it and beat them. And when I win, I feel good. I feel really good. It feels great. It feels good to know that you executed your plan that you had. And when things went left, you were able to adjust and adapt and still find a way to grind out that win. So, competitiveness is part of fighting games, but being an asshole because you're a competitor is not necessary to be in the fighting game community. No one cares that you're a competitor, all right? Until you show us that you are really good and you deserve to be recognized as a competitor, that's just a title you gave yourself to make yourself feel good, okay? I've seen plenty of bios that have people that put competitor in their like X or their Twitter bios, and it's like, I don't even know you, dog. And you get on the social media sites talking reckless, going crazy about this, that, and the third. You're sponsored by someone that, who is that sponsor? No one knows that company. No one knows that sponsor. Just because you and a couple friends got together and did the correct paperwork to make yourselves sponsors for yourselves, like, bro, like, you did everything to make yourself look like a professional gamer, but you're still trash. And you are competing. You are technically a competitor, and that's great, but know yourself. All right. There are only a few, like, let's say we got 10,000 competitors in the fighting game scene. Only 0.5% of them matter. And I promise you, you are not one of them. I'm not one of them for sure. But you are not one of them. So, this is just a random talk of, how I feel about people who just really take fighting games so seriously, which is fine to an extent. But know yourself and know your place. All right? You can be good at your local, but that does not mean that you're good enough to win EVO. You can get a high rank, you can get a high placing at a big fighting game tournament once in your life and throw that over everyone's head for the rest of your life. That does not mean that you're really a competitor. That means you had a lucky day, had a lucky time. You probably got lined up perfectly in your bracket to face no one until you got to that point. So, to all you competitors out there, keep it cool. If I ask a question online, I don't care about your credentials. Don't tell me about them. Just give me the answers I need and be on your way. And if someone asks a question, don't try to belittle them with weird words and sideways comments, just because you may know what you're talking about and you may got some credentials, but chill. But that's it, man. I just got on here and just started talking and chopping it up, man. Tell me what y'all feel. Have y'all had a feeling that, everyone seems to think of themselves as a competitor in the fighting game community? What's your thoughts on it? Do you think that there are that many competitors in the fighting game community, or do you think that everyone just wants to throw that around nowadays because they're high ranking in whatever game they play online? So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you feel good, and see y'all next time. Peace.